Hello, everybody. You were listening to Feed Your Mind. Once you start realizing the tons of evidence that the Earth is flat and geocentric, once you start realizing these truths, and once you start seeing all of the NASA space bloopers and everything like that,
some skeptics will begin to question how all the space programs in the world could hide flat Earth with all of the thousands of employees, and plus, why would they keep flat Earth a secret from the world? Why wouldn't they just tell us? And so in this video, I'm going to answer those questions, so let's get to it. And so our investigation begins with NASA. With a budget of about $20 billion a year, that would be a pretty good motive to continue the false narrative that we live on a globe ball spinning through outer space. Plus, that gives them more than enough money to create fake images and whatnot that the masses fall for without even questioning them.
one thing we must remember is that with all of the nations cooperating in hiding the flat Earth, it doesn't take everybody in on it to hide it. So let's look at NASA, for example. It wouldn't take all of the workers of NASA in order to hide flat Earth. It would only take a few departments to hide the flat Earth because NASA works as a chain of command, and it's kind of like a pyramid structure where only the ones at the top need to know. It's kind of like how a corporation is run with a small group of board members who vote on everything that happens in the company. So with NASA, there's a small group at the top, and these board members would be the ones that would know what's going on in NASA and how they're really hiding the flat Earth from the public. The rest of the members on the way down to the very bottom are just workers. They just report to work and do what they're told. They're given orders. They actually say NASA is a branch of the military, so everything would be on a need-to-know basis. And just like most people, the rest of the NASA members have been indoctrinated into the whole heliocentric solar system globe model, so they wouldn't question anything about the Earth anyways. They just report to work and do what they're told in their specific department, and that's that. Everything's operated and organized by the higher levels of NASA. And that goes for the cooperation with the other space agencies, because everything with all of these different societies and countries is all operated by a small group of board members, and everything would be organized through the meeting of the minds with the top of the members from each space agency. And so overall, it would be a very few amount of people that would even know what's going on with the truth about the flat Earth and how outer space does not exist. The lower level members don't even question what's going on because they're fully indoctrinated. And now the question of this video is, why would they do that? Why would they go through that trouble to make sure that nobody else could find this edge of the world? Well, there's several reasons why they would do that. It's because, for one, science has been going in on the solar system model for at least 500 years now. The whole entire science community would be discredited if we found out that they were wrong this whole time. If the world was to find out that science was wrong about the Earth and the solar system the whole time, that would take a lot of guts for them to actually admit that, hey, we've been wrong this whole time. This world is nothing like we have been telling you in your textbooks for the last 500 years.
You see, this was even before space shuttles were created. And so how would these scientists know for sure that the Earth was a globe back in the 1500s when they never even were able to verify that? You see, all scientists had was observation tests and mathematic calculations to determine a globe at that time. And so like I said in my video, scientists confirms actual footage of flat Earth with all of the ground tests across lakes and stuff, where some scientists feel like they see the bottom of an image disappear. All of those tests are now debunked because with the weather balloon footage, we can go up 20 to 30 miles high and see that the Earth is actually flat, as scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson confirms. So there's other factors at play when we're using observation tests, and all of the scientific equations that determine a globe Earth are also null and void because the curvature Earth mathematics are nowhere to be found. And so all of this proves that scientists have been passing down false information for the last 500 years. The elite scientists finally realized that they were wrong around 1950, when the technology caught up, providing civilization a chance to really explore this place that we live. And then when they found out that this was not a globe ball that we were living on, they quickly created NASA and the Antarctic Treaty to hide it. And so this information proves that science is secretly a religion, because it shows that science books were used to pass down false theoretical information that was passed off as fact in a hierarchy type organization where you must believe in evolution and the Big Bang accident theory in order to be a member of the scientific community. Any questions or investigations into hypotheses that go outside of the accepted curriculum, and you would be immediately disqualified from being part of the scientific community.
You see, that's why science is such a close-knit community where everything has to be agreed on and published by certain people. It's not like you can just go in there and start publishing things. the science community has to publish it for you so that they can be involved. Anything they don't like, they're going to dismiss because it doesn't fit with the overall agenda of the science community. And so we must ask ourselves, why was the solar system model pushed in the first place? Well, it seems to be an overall bigger plan that they have for mankind. You see, me and you might plan things for like the future as far as the next 5 or 10 years, but these secret societies that exist in this world are actually planning for things centuries in advance. They have agendas that are not even to be realized in their lifetimes as they're planning them. So these are underhanded plans that I believe are influenced by a power that is very Luciferian. These plans involve certain things like alien agendas and control structures. You see, with the whole solar system heliocentric model, it puts you in the middle of nowhere in a vast universe where the chances of other life existing is pretty probable, because with all of these other planets and each star being a sun, the chances are there's life on some of these other planets as well. So that's a subconscious introduction to alien life into your minds, and it sets up the stage for future alien invasion. But I believe that the creatures that everybody's looking for are already here on Earth. I've done research to suggest that there's entities on this Earth right now, and there's a plan that they might possibly be revealed in the future, but they want to present themselves as alien beings. And so with a flat earth dome firmament model, everybody would know these are not alien beings. These are actually fallen angels or demons, as some might call them. Another reason why they might hide this flat earth is because, like I said, the power and the control. If the world was to find out that we're contained in a dome firmament structure, that would be proof of a creator. You see, you can't have a flat earth dome firmament structure without something that created it. And there's no way that mankind created this flat earth dome firmament structure. This structure was created by something else.
And so that means this earth is definitely something that was created, and it never was a big accident like science was suggesting. In fact, this explains why science was laughing at you while trying to push such theories like you evolved from a monkey and stuff, because they know in the higher circles that this place was definitely created by something that was not human. And so now you're only left with a couple options, that this place is either some type of a computer simulation, or you might try to say aliens or giants created this place. But then it would come right back around to, well, who created the aliens, or who created the giants, or who created the computer simulation? And all roads lead back to that there is definitely a creator of this earth that we live on. And so you can beat around the bush all you want, but when it comes down to it, flat earth proves that there is a creator. It also means that humanity is not what we were told, and whoever created this place is not somewhere deep out in the middle of nowhere in outer space. That would bring everything much, much closer.
And so basically, I believe that the majority of people would consider whoever created this place to be God. And so that knowledge would create a new wave of religion, where everybody would start to understand that there is a creator, which is pretty much against science, because they want you to think that you just ended up being alive on your own from some type of explosion of nothingness, and everybody was once rocks that eventually ended up becoming life and human beings. They want you to think we did this all on our own, and the entire earth and everything in it all just kind of happened on its own without any assistance whatsoever. Just happened to work out perfectly, where there's water and trees for oxygen, and the beauty of life and the beauty of earth all just happened all on its own as a magical thing that is actually just one big accident. And they actually teach it in schools, even though most of their teachings are actually admitted to be theories, like the theory of evolution, the Big Bang Theory. All of that is theory, but yet they want you to believe it is true, and they teach you in schools that it's true. And most people just assume that it's true just because it was taught to them in a school, and the scientist community backed it. But thankfully, it turns out that most people aren't that easily fooled, because it looks like, according to my research, it turns out that most people actually reject the whole Big Bang Theory. It looks like way less than half of the people actually believe in atheism and the accidental Big Bang Theory. And so if it was revealed to the world that we live in a flat earth dome firmament structure, instantly everybody would be forced to face their creator. and understand that this earth is not what we were told by science this whole time. It's actually a place that was designed for human life, a place that was designed by a creator. And that's a big thing that they don't want you to know, because if the world was to finally realize that we're living in a flat earth dome firmament structure, how would you feel about being lied to your whole life? Well, multiply that by 7 billion people. And so that would be a whole lot of upset people all at the same time if everyone realizes that they've been lied to about where they lived their whole life. And so, of course, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that never happens. And so that's why you see increased space news. And even though they can't make it through the Van Allen radiation belts, they're going to go to Mars. And the thing is, as long as they're saying that they're going to go to Mars, that seems to be good enough, because who knows if they're actually going to attempt to fake another space mission like they did the moon landing. Many people have long thought that the moon landing was faked way before the flat earth became public knowledge again. And so it seems to me that the scientists know that it is very difficult to pull off faking landing on a planet. Can't land on a planet. Planets don't exist. They're lights in the sky. They're not the solid objects that NASA shows you. And so everything science has taught you about outer space has been a lie. All these planets are based on pagan entities. They're worshiping these lights in the sky, and they're lying to you, saying that you can land on them, when in reality that can never happen. And so in conclusion, there seems to be a battle going on, and that battle is between the forces of good and the forces of evil. And your very soul might be at stake, because according to Christianity, if you don't accept the salvation that was presented to you through the Messiah, that could actually affect where you go after you die. So if everybody found out that this place was created, more people would have a chance to make a proper decision about whether they want to believe in the salvation of the Messiah, or if they want to continue rejecting that he even existed. So that could be one of the most major reasons why they're hiding the flat earth from you, along with the other reasons that we discussed in this video. And so leave a comment and let me know any reasons why you think that they might be hiding the flat earth.
Check out my playlist, Proof Reality is Not What You Were Told. For much more information, I'll leave the link in the comment section and the description box.
Simply enter your email address at feedyourmind1.com. That way I can send you some cool news briefs throughout the week.
It's completely free. Please chip in $1 to $5 to help keep Feed Your Mind on YouTube by joining my VIP room. I'll leave a link in the comment section and the description box. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click your notification bell. Include the title of your favorite video and you're automatically entered into a chance to win a free gift from my Feed Your Mind pop-up shop. This has been another episode of Feed Your Mind. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off.